So we gather once again, in reality and in virtual realities, multiple realities. All right, well, welcome you all. Namaste to our Tuesday satsang. So I'm going to start with an invitation to India. We're going to India. I have been resisting it, but I recognize that when you're on a threshold of a new transition, there's usually resistance. So I have surrendered to India. And I'm not sure I'll be going again, but we do have a facility in India just waiting for us to use. And so I'm going to take advantage of it, and I invite you to join me. Join me for India. In part, it's in the theme of today's talk, which will be about grace. Whoops, we're getting a little echo. Okay, so when we speak of grace, we speak of the mystery. We speak of faith. We speak of something that comes from the soul. There is something about India. The culture holds the grace. The land holds the grace. The cows hold the grace. The birds hold the grace. The noise is the dance of the grace. It is a noisy place, except right where we live. So what you want, the invitation of India, is to saturate yourself in grace, in the atmosphere that's uniquely India's. There is something of the gift that India is. It is a worthy pilgrimage place. It is New Dharma's pilgrimage place. It was where all this came to me. It took it beyond what it would have been if I had stayed here in the West. It brought forces that are in the collective consciousness that are supporting an evolving soul that are not here in this still relatively new land where nature is still very dominant. In India, it's a rich history of human beings striving to be in relationship with God. It saturates the entire atmosphere of the country. Even though there are places of westernization, at the core of it, people live lives aligned with Dharma much more than we do. They sacrifice for their families. Their children sacrifice for their parents. They have a sense of being held in a tradition that has an organizing principle based on God, on truth, on the possibility of each individual discovering that divinity within them, not some sort of hierarchy, but rather a structure. So you enter into, especially around Tiruvannamalai, where one of the major Shiva temples exists, where Ramana Maharishi's meditation center exists, where all of this sadhus are on the side of the road waiting to be fed at their meal times. There is this tangibility, physical tangibility of the grace that we speak of, the mystery, the quality of faith. So India is a place to go to expose your system to energies that are aligned with the purpose that I'm bringing you towards, that may bring in frequencies that I can't bring in myself. I recognize we're now starting using the 1,000 names here in the temple, such a mandir, but it'll be years before it has anything of the vibration that India has automatically. So the principle of India is that it assists the soul in making a transition because there are divine beings and forces that join with your aspiration, with your longing, that can carry you beyond yourself and take you to this ancient fundamental truth that India is able to hold, has been able to hold. So when you join me in India, what you have is what happens in the force of Sat that comes in, and you have a womb, an incubation, a rich field, a spiritual nurturance at the same time, so that the transformation can immediately be in this atmosphere, a favorable atmosphere, so that it can come in and integrate and organize your system in ways it can't do in the West, period. So if you haven't been to India before, or been to India with me, then this may be your last opportunity. But if not, and even if I go again, at least one time, give yourself this grace. Okay.
You want to talk about what the schedule will be like?
Yeah, so, all right, do you want to talk about how the schedule will be like? Jaya, you ready to talk about the schedule? Yeah, come on up.
Yeah, Jaya's good.
Yeah. We had to find somebody to talk about the facts, you know. That's okay. There's one. Make it until you make it.
Okay.
All right, there you
There we
are.
are. Okay. Hi, everyone. Good to be with you. So the schedule is now on the website, so you can look there for more details if you're feeling called. But I'd say it's a constant schedule. We've got events every day. There's meditation every morning. But there is some spaciousness so that we're doing the programs, but then we also have space to integrate and just be in the energy. There's a meditation every morning. There's a SOT weekend partway through, 2 intensives, and then world peace meditations, small groups. I think that's about all.
Yeah, there's a lot of free time.
Yeah, and
We've
free
booked a
time in
lot of free
between
time.
to
Yeah.
just, be in the energy and just be on retreat.
Hug a cow.
Hug a cow. And there's a 2-week optional period afterwards, so there's a draft schedule for that. So if you're really feeling to be on personal retreat, there's a 2-week period after that will just be, space will be held by facilitators, and we'll have a daily meditation and then meet about twice a week as a group. So really open, but a chance to just be with yourself in Tiru.
Good, thank you.
Applications are due December 15th if you're feeling called, and there's lots of information on the website. There's a whole FAQ if you're really wanting to get your head around what will take place there, and you can always send an email, newdharma@gmail.com. There you go.
Very good, thank you.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's good in a pinch. Now, if you're new and you're not sure you qualify for India, then write to newdharma@gmail.com. If I'm not seeing you right now, and there is free intro calls where I listen to after you do them with one of our intro call facilitators. And then when I listen, I can say yes or no to you're ready for it. So other than that, it's a worthy opportunity for all of you. All right. Namaste. I feel India's right now. It's like I evoke it. It's like,
You did.
come.
You evoked it.
Yeah, it comes
Plus, there
in.
are people on the screen who are already signed up to go. So
Yeah, that's right.
looking forward to seeing